Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cursed Crit, episode 12. Last session, the party rode on a pack of wolves to Castle Ravenloft. It was just outside of the castle that Joan had found this little puzzle box off by itself, and she tried opening it, couldn't get it, so she brought it back to the party, in which Woe had opened it to see nothing inside. Sin, however, heard a familiar voice kind of speak up, and Kermit was like, "Oh, I recognize that. That's my home. It's too bad you burnt me." So, Sin and Kermit kind of had that talk off to the side, and it was during that talk that Kermit was also like, you're gonna be very important one day. Like, you would make a great king. Sin kind of just brushed that off like, sure, Janet. And afterwards, the entire party decided to take a rest before tackling the castle and heading inside to find Irina. During the rest, the party kind of bounced ideas back and forth, in which they came across an idea to use the vampire cure on Strahd. Before the party entered the castle, Van Richten had given Woe a scroll of raised dead as well, and the party said their goodbyes to Van Richten and Esmeralda before the two groups went their separate ways. So the party ventured back into the castle, and on their way to the whole coffin room, essentially, that had Strahd's coffin as well as 4 graves, they came across a black cat that just kind of skirted by, and they were like, "Oh, cool, a cat." Didn't pay much mind to it. They managed to bring Irina back with the scroll of raised dead, and it was clear after that that Irina trusts the party wholeheartedly. So on the way,
would go off, I guess.
Mistakenly given to them.
on the way back out of the castle, they had come across a witch who was shouting for Gruzzlegut, who they found out was the name of the black cat that ran by, and so they decided to misdirect the witch. But either way, the witch had ended up calling for Strahd, so once they got outside, Strahd had cut them off. It was outside that Woe had brought up Tatiana throwing herself off a roof.
Like you do.
When you're talking to a ruler who could insta-kill you,
Those cursed crit things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Strahd had ended up throwing a blight at Woe, however, Bolt had taken the damage for Woe, and after that, somehow, Woe and Joan both managed to convince Strahd, like, "Okay, you know what, we'll go to the reception that you invited us to, and we'll behave, we promise."
Yeah, guys.
So,
are you sure about that?
vampire servants had joined him outside to lead everyone to the reception, and that's where we had left off. And as everyone is being led back into the castle, near the gate, the wolf pack, Emil, Elise, and Atlas are still right over there.
So
And
they're outside.
They are. And when Emil sees this, him and Atlas seem to share a look, and both of them are trailing behind Strahd and the vampire spawns. And Elise tries to follow. However, one of the wolves in the pack ends up... It's not an aggressive bite, but a gentle bite on her arm to just hold her back, not to harm her. Because even they know it's not wise for a child to enter Castle Ravenloft with a bunch of vampires that could kill her immediately.
Is there a possibility that, what is the proximity between, is it us, the servants, and then the pack?
Yes.
Are they following us closely, or far enough for no one to really notice?
Only Emil and Atlas are following, but they're following far enough for no one to notice.
God damn it. Okay. Oh, she's with the rest of the pack, is what you're saying.
Elise is, yeah.
Okay, good.
She's-
That was my main word. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's not
continue.
following. Because, yeah, the pack's not gonna let her. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
And
Okay, are we just gonna be led back into the rooms? Is Atlas out? Yeah, Atlas is following with Bolt and Emil,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Bolt is right next to Sin right now. But,
'Cause
No,
Bolt
no,
was at-
Atlas.
Atlas is with Emil.
yeah, Atlas is with
Okay.
Emil. But
Okay.
still following.
Cool.
And as you guys are walking, the black cat from before, you can see it perched next to a vase. Just kind of watching you. Like, it doesn't necessarily say anything. It doesn't meow, it doesn't hiss. Just watching.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna let them take us wherever then.
Alright.
Yep.
So, all of you are led back into this familiar room. Where it once was all dusty and there was this moldy green cake on the table. And just cobwebs everywhere, including on the chandelier and the corners. And, like, a dusty loot sitting in the corner. All of that has been cleaned up, it looks like. There's no more cobwebs. The cake looks fresh. You're not sure how fresh it is.
Don't
I don't trust it.
Okay.
There are glasses laid out on the table filled with red liquid. And
Hmm.
the
Take a fucking sip, babes.
the chandelier is glowing a dim orange due to the candles in it. And the lute seems to be played by a vampire near the front of the room. Just
Ugh.
playing light tunes at the moment, while
Ugh.
vampires are just kind of scattered throughout the room, making small talk like, oh, how's the weather? How's the kids? Oh, you don't have kids. Ha ha ha.
Ah, funny joke.
Kind of like that.
Mm,
And once there, the vampire spawn that were escorting you are leaving to rejoin the party. And Strahd, who's still behind you, puts a hand on both Woe and Joan's shoulders.
Oh no.
oh.
Oh.
And he says, I suggest you don't fuck this up.
Oh my god! Whoa! Oh god! You're gonna fucking drop the F-bomb to us. You're being a
Strahd
good
said
host.
fuck.
Let Strahd say fuck. Well, we'll just sort of like nods and swallows and goes. And she doesn't even really say anything. She just nods and swallows.
Alright. As you just acknowledge it, he moves his hands away. And his hand finds Irina's wrist and just pulls her along. And you can see Irina shooting a look back that's basically like, okay, I guess this is happening.
Woe was gonna kind of shoot her a look like a, be safe, kind of. I don't know how you can portray that through a look, but it's like a, you know?
Screaming inside kind of look.
Yeah, like a please be safe, screaming inside kind of look.
Okay. And you can see them from a distance.
Maybe like a, if we were gonna get specific with it, like a, please don't let him turn you again kind of look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see them.
Like I just used our one resurrection scroll for this bullshit, please kind of look.
Yeah. Adrian's like side-eyeing everyone else, like kind of nervous.
Yeah, they're on the other side of the room. You can see them dancing. It's more one-sided. Strahd is leading, and Irina's just kind of following along begrudgingly.
Same, bitch. Same.
Honestly, Ken.
You see him
Sin-
offer
Sin
her a
tries-
drink. She turns her nose up at it.
I love her.
You guys want to
God,
enjoy
this-
the reception?
Well,
no.
Woe is gonna try and like sort of get the group away. There's no subtle way to do this. She's gonna try and like actually, you know what? She's gonna go and take Adrian aside
Oh no.
and have a
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
Away from everyone. Kind of like actually, she's gonna hold out her hand and be like, "Oh, we're definitely gonna dance now, but we're gonna dance away from everyone like that." So it looks like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Adrian's like, oh, okay.
While they do, she's going to whisper under her breath, "I have a plan, but I can't get everyone in the same place. So whenever I tell you what I'm doing, pass it on to someone else. Dance with them, do whatever. Try and make it subtle.
Okay. All
I have
right.
3 plans. Killing him is our best option, but I don't think that we're going to be able to really do this, like, completely. We need to at least wound him and get some of his blood. We can
Right.
leave and try and, because this is a concoction. We can't just put everything together and magically it's just going to happen.
Right.
So we'll have to leave, or we'll have to find the place where the witch was here and use her stuff.
Right.
And then, like, in between, and she just kind of like sort of like raises her voice and says, "You're such a great dancer. Where did you learn?"
Adrian kind of like it like sets them off kind of a little bit. They're like almost surprised because they were just talking about the plan, and then Will does that, but they're like, oh wait, we're trying to pretend like we're dancing. So Adrian's like,
It's the dance.
well, Adrian's dancing still, but they're like, wait, we have to act like we're not talking about a plan.
Yeah.
And so they're
Yeah.
like, oh god, what did they say? They're probably like, thank you. I learned it back from my parents a long time ago. I'm surprised I'm
Oh.
still good at it. Because I haven't
Oh, yeah.
danced in so long.
It definitely shows. Now listen, I'm going to go and get someone else and see if how well they dance. Remember, you have to be on our best behavior, okay?
Adrian nods.
Like more like a, like, I'm definitely saying this loud enough so people know that I'm telling them, but like I'm trying to make it look subtle. And then, like as she sort of like walks by her, she's gonna go, "I got Sin. You get Joan."
Okay. Alright.
And she's gonna hold out her hand to Sin.
Sin is gonna sort of wave, I guess, to Woe just casually, and they're gonna doing their best.
What are they gonna do?
They're just trying to dance, but they're
They're doing their
Will
best.
kind of chuckles and she'll kind of like show like how to do some of the steps. She doesn't remember most of them, but from what she remembers, and she's gonna relay the same information.
after that. Sin just kind of like nods quietly before, like, as slow as they can, and just kind of know that they understand without making it known to anyone else.
Like making it too obvious.
She is also, whenever it's done and after the nod, she's gonna kiss Sin.
That's gay.
And just sort of like softly after the kiss, just sort of like while their lips are still kind of touching, mutter to only where Sin can hear. "If something happens, know that I loved you."
Oh,
And then
fuck.
she sort of like pulls away and smiles. And she's like, "Best behavior, okay?"
Smiles throughout the kiss, and they still have that smile when Woe says to be on their best behavior, and they kind of like smooch the top of her head.
Oh.
Me!
Yeah, she's gonna continue dancing with Sin just to dance, and then like wait for I told Joan from Edrian.
Yeah, so while that's all happening, Adrian's gonna go up to Joan and be like, please. they're gonna be like they're gonna be like do you want to dance, Joan?
Sure.
Hey, oh, rip. How good do you think Joan dances?
Uh, girl, she a classy lesbian. Of course she can dance.
Incredible. Okay, this is good. So yeah, Adrian's gonna relay all the information to Joan. Just kind of paraphrase it so it doesn't take long. But still like giving all the information. And they're gonna be like, yeah, so, let's hope this goes well, and please do not do some fuck shit.
I won't.
Well, you were also the one that told him that we were gonna be on our best behavior, so
Yeah.
better go through with that promise.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah. So Edrin's gonna kinda turn their head like around so they can see Woe. And I guess once she once she dances to a
Woe is very into this very intimate dance with Sin, so you're gonna have to wait a couple of minutes.
Okay, Edrin's gonna be like, hey, do you wanna dance a little more? Woe's kind of be in the middle of something.
Let her be gay, coward.
That's what Edrin's doing!
So, as you two pairs are just dancing away, Adrian,
Oh god.
you feel
What?
somebody pat your shoulder.
Oh no.
Uh,
Who is it?
When you look, you can see it's Rahadin.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Edrin's gonna be like, hi.
Can we talk in private?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Edrin's just gonna, like, look at Joan and, like, be like, give Joan a look that says, God, please help me. And then just, Adrian's like, sure. Sure.
Alright. So,
Fuck.
he is going to pull you outside of the room. So that way there isn't loud lute and harp music playing. It's a lot more muffled now that you're on the other side of the door. And once you two are alone, he tells you you should leave.
Oh god. Why? Why should I leave?
It's too dangerous here for you.
The thing is, though.
Also,
don't-
side note, you can hear loud screaming, like 10,000 screams in your head.
Yeah, because that's him.
Uh-huh.
Him. Edrin.
It's him.
Edrin's gonna be like, the thing is, I don't know. I don't know why.
Why it's dangerous?
Yeah, yes.
I can tell you now, Strahd is not on good terms with you and your friends.
Yeah, no shit.
Well,
Wow. What was your
well, I know that
first
for a fact,
clue?
and it's kind of obvious considering how he nearly tried to cast blight on Woe, so, you know.
You and your friends cannot touch the drinks. Don't drink them.
Okay.
Well, you don't drink them. I don't care so much for them.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay. Alright. Well, I wasn't planning on touching the drinks or drinking them anyways. And I don't think neither were they. Yeah, Joan!
We don't even need to say it. We all know exactly what's going on.
He glances over his shoulder back to the reception before looking back to you, Edrian, and he says, "Leave now while you can. Don't worry about them. Worry about yourself."
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Aw, Tin Man does have a heart. For like literally like just Adrian.
Yeah. Okay, oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, Adrian's gonna be like, why should I leave them? They're my family. I can't do that. That'd just be pulling what my sister did. And I don't want to be like how she was.
They're not your family.
Mm. Yes, they are.
I sent you away for a reason.
Oh fuck.
Adrian kind of like sighs like really loudly and is like, and under their breath they're like, well, that answers one of my questions. And then they're gonna be like, oh my god, what the
Are they saying that?
They're saying that
Oh.
under their breath because they're trying to like figure out a way to articulate what they want to say.
Okay.
But they're like, oh my god, what do they want to say? I literally cannot think of what they say.
Adrian quietly, bitch, what the fuck?
They're like having a mental breakdown in their head. I'm like shaking, dude. They're like, that still doesn't mean I should leave them behind.
It's the only way you'll survive.
And I should just leave them to die?
They're already dead.
Oh my I'm like,
Oh, shit.
Nani?
The thing is, wouldn't that apply to me as well, considering I'm in the same pot as they are? Even with you as a part of my family, that doesn't change anything.
It gives you a higher chance to escape.
He's so stubborn. Ugh.
Strange.
Oh, it doesn't fall far. Adrian doesn't fall too far from the tree. God. Adrian's gonna be like, so if I do run away, what would you propose that I do? Just hide out? He would probably be able to find me, and then there would be no chance for me to escape this fucking place a second time.
You have your mother's gift returned back to your host family.
Oh, oh my god!
Oh, this is fucky as hell.
So bad! Oh my god.
What you do is ultimately your decision, but I suggest you heed what I've said. And with that, he's heading back into the reception.
Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, Adrian's gonna stay outside. They're just gonna chill outside. Because they're probably like on the verge. they're probably on the verge of a breakdown at this point. So they're gonna stay outside to probably try to calm down.
All right.
Y'all, I'm so fucking sad.
And inside the room, the party is going great.
So the party was going great. Low voice, they dropped the 45 on the ground and yelled, "Scatter!"
So,
Dozens of vampire children shouting, "Fuck the police!"
Did we see Ed going off with Rahadin? Russia's
Joan
greatest love
did.
machine?
Joan did, because
Because
Joan was
Joan
right
did.
there.
I know that Woe was a little caught up.
Woe is a little too enraptured right now.
Okay.
Sin.
I do want to say, like, I know what they said, but like as I was saying it, Woe also would probably like I'm not saying that she'd see Adrian go, but she'd at least be on her guard because she knows where she's at.
She would probably notice Adrian not in the room, or at least with Joan, like after. But I don't think she noticed when Adrian left.
Yeah. Well, you are a little distracted by this dance, so you didn't notice Adrian, like when Adrian left. Sin, how focused are you on dancing?
I'd say the same amount as Woe is.
Okay.
Oh my
course.
god!
They're just gay.
Someone
and
get
Joan,
gays away from each other.
Joan's like probably worried for Adrian, because they just went outside with one of the vampires, and then Woe and Sid are just being gay.
Gesundheit.
Oof.
Yeah. Joan, you see Rahadin walk back in. Adrian is not behind him. Then after a while, Sin and Woe, you can
Oh.
both notice Adrian's not in the room.
All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of get them together and be like, did anyone see where Adrian went?
They went outside.
Why aren't they back? How long have they been gone?
Like a couple minutes.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm on bad terms. If I'm leaving, it's gonna look.
Who's on the best terms with like
Joan.
Strahd?
Yeah, Joan.
Joan, yeah.
What up?
Can you do something for me?
Mhm.
Don't make Joan do that.
Well, Strahd's gonna see either one of us walk out and be like, "Huh, something's happening." But if Joan's doing it, I mean, he knows Joan well enough to be like, "Oh,
Do you
they're
think
doing
Joan
their thing."
can help Adrian out of a breakdown?
I don't.
Maybe.
Listen, we're
I try
doing
my
what
damn
we've been
best.
given.
So.
Let Joa get this golden opportunity to have some character development with powers.
Please, let me talk.
Okay,
Please, I'm
yeah,
begging
no,
you.
Joan, you can go.
Cool. So I'm just gonna go outside.
He's probably distracted by Irina also, so I don't think
He is, yeah.
he'd really
You can
care.
see him like dipping her from time to time, like going in for a kiss, and she's just holding up a hand, like, no, thank you.
Love Irina so much.
If Irina and Woe's eyes meet at one point, she just mouths, "I'm so sorry."
She mouths back, I am too.
Oh no.
At that, Woe was kind of joking, and then her demeanor kind of like sort of sinks, and she sort of like looks down, like she feels bad about this happening.
This is gonna gently squeeze her hand and just pull her back in to keep dancing.
Alright.
Okay.
And Joan, you said you're heading outside?
Yup.
Alright, you walk out of the room and Adrian's there.
Yeah, I imagine they're probably just like kind of like sitting like against like a wall, probably like right next to the door, so they're not like blocking it and they don't get hit by the door if someone comes out. And they're probably just kind of like they have their knees up and they're they're probably just kind of just quietly sitting there, probably.
Hey, Adrian.
Hey.
You doing alright, buddy?
Not really.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Do you need anything?
Well, first of all, you probably I know I'm gonna stay outside for a little longer. If you do end up planning on going inside, which I assume you do, make sure to tell the other two to not touch the drinks
Gotcha.
and to not drink them. Um, but Rahadin told me that I should just run away and leave you guys here because you guys have in his words, a higher chance of dying than me because of my association with him because he's my uncle.
I mean, shit.
That's so helpful.
Yeah, it is. But I guess I think we all have a pretty equal chance of dying, family relations or not.
That's exactly what I told him because we're in the same pot. We came here together. Because Strahd still thinks of me the same no matter what, even if I am related to him, but he said it doesn't matter.
I think it does, because if we really fuck this up, we're gonna die.
Yeah, well,
As you guys are talking, you can see this dark furred wolf and Atlas kind of like sneaking down the hall. And when Atlas sees you guys, he's like rushing over. And it almost looks like he's prancing to try to not trample and make a lot of noise.
I love that.
So that's fucking adorable.
That's so cute.
And when he sees both of you, he's essentially like wrapping his wings around the two of you, giving like a soft coo. It's obvious he missed you. He was worried.
I love Atlas so much. Adrian's gonna kind of laugh and be like, I missed you too, bud. Even if it wasn't that long.
After a few seconds, he'll pull away and just lay down in front of you. And just look around. It's obvious he's looking for Sin and Woe.
If you're wondering where they're at, they're still inside. I got taken out for a while. But I've been outside to get some fresh air, and Joan came to check on me.
When you say that, Atlas basically gives you a headbutt. It's not hard, but it might sting a little bit, because he's a strong griffin.
Yeah.
But after that, he's getting up and like, it's obvious it looks like he's about to nudge the door, but
No.
but Emil is like biting onto his tail and pulling him back. So you hear him squawk.
Baby boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Let's see. Oh wow. Okay.
Who heard it?
So
Sorry.
it can be heard inside the reception room.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Over the music?
Over the music. Got a
Fuck.
crit
Adrian's like-
one.
Adrian probably like. I think Adrian doesn't know if they heard it, but like they're still kind of like was like, you guys probably should go. Like, kind of like nudging them along, like almost.
Mm-hmm.
Emil is already backing up. He's definitely not questioning that. And then Atlas looks confused.
And she like whisper yells, and they're like, "Go! Someone's probably gonna come outside. I think they might have heard it, but I don't know. It's better to be safe than sorry."
Inside of the reception room, Sid and Woe, you both heard the squawk. And
Oh, fuck.
when you look around, it seems like everyone else did as well, including Strahd and Irina.
Everyone heard it? Are you
Oh.
kidding me?
It was a crit 1 for stealth.
Oh, fucked.
And
You
Go
can't.
ahead.
No one can see this except for Sid. Except Woe's stress eye twitch comes back.
Sin is gonna. They're gonna Oh god. Okay. They're gonna pull away from Woe, and they're gonna be like, "How about we all play party games?"
Oh my god. Well, immediately puts her head in her hands and just whispered, "Oh God, help us."
as you bring that up, all the vampires just look at you, Sid.
It's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
fucking pin. It's gonna be pin the teeth on the neck.
And then you
we
even
agree.
hear Kermit speak up as he like drapes himself over your shoulder and he says, "You really screwed the pooch this time, didn't you?"
Well, damn, you fucked up real bad.
You fucked up real good, didn't you?
What kind of games do you guys play at these parties?
She's going to grab Sin's hand and look to them and mutter under her breath, "Sin, you have just directed attention to both." And then she's going to look at everyone else and be like, "Please excuse my partner. They're mentally insane." And then like sort of like
It's
hush
this
away and
argument
be like,
again.
they're gonna sort of hush them away into a corner and be like, "It's okay, it's not there. I promise, it's not there." Like sort of like trying to get everyone away, like getting them to a corner, you know?
Y'all, I'm going to die.
Me too.
So the offer of games seems to resonate with a couple of the vampires. Like some of them perk up like, "Ooh, a game? I'm down for a game." Before being shut down by others like, "No, you idiot." And Strahd comes over with Irina.
My goodness gracious.
Oh boys.
And he says, "I think I have the perfect game."
Oh,
Oh
God.
no! Oh,
Well, boys.
Sid!
Before anything, is there fire in this place? There is fire, right? You said like there's a chandelier.
Mm-hmm. The chandelier has
Okay.
candles in it.
Okay, and that's it. There's no other candles. There's no other fire.
Right.
Fuck. Okay. Sorry, continue.
Do you still want to play a game, Sin? Wow, I can't believe this is Saw.
She-
God.
She's going to look at Sin and just like shake her head.
I'm just gonna. They move to say something else, but they just kind of cut themselves off. But no.
You seemed so enthusiastic to do it before.
She kind of just mutters under her breath, just so Shark in here too, just like, "Sin, I said best behavior."
I was embarrassed.
That's fine. Would either of you like a drink?
Oh shit, they don't know.
No, thank you.
I'm fine. think I might need some air. If it's all right with you, if you'd rather me stay here, then that's fine as well.
You're welcome to get some air as long as you're back within 5 minutes. And the drinks,
Can do.
some of them are wine. It's not all
Some of
blood.
Some of them.
she's just sort of like, she's just like, noted.
I think at this point,
She's gonna wait until he fucking goes away.
He
Does he leave?
gestures towards the door for you, Will.
Ah, fuck, I was gonna go with Sin. Okay.
well,
yeah,
Joan
fuck,
and
just leave.
Joan and Adrian are also still outside, and
Yeah,
Adrian was
I
probably
know.
planning on going in, but I think they're gonna like wait until Atlas and Emil are out of view, considering their
Yeah.
little.
Are they now?
Emil is hiding. Atlas is still confused.
Atlas.
Atlas,
Atlas, honey.
hide!
When you say
At least-
hide,
Yes.
he crouches down
No.
and uses his
No,
wings
not
to cover
like
his
that,
head.
Like, be out of view.
You dumb animal.
He covers his head with his
So
wings.
stupid, I love
Okay, Adrian walks up to Alice, and starts. Is there any other hiding spots that can fit Alice that I can see?
There are a couple rooms that branch off to the side, and then let's see.
Is Emil
Couple
hiding
hallways,
in the
sorry.
shadows?
Emil
Or
is
in a room.
hiding around a corner right now.
Okay. Adrian's gonna be like, go hide with Emil and make sure you're not in view.
There's also a storage closet if you want to try to shove Atlas in there. But alright.
Adrian's just gonna be like, just find a better place to hide. There's the corner with Emil, there's rooms. Just don't be in view.
You see, because he's still got his wings over his head, so you just see his whole body just kind of nod before he's walking forward and hits a wall, and then turns.
Take your wings off your head,
Atlas!
please. You'll actually be able to see Atlas.
He moves his wings and goes around the corner to join Emil.
Oh my god, why was that so difficult?
That was so unnecessary.
Let me tell you, Griffins, their intelligence is a 2.
Oh yeah,
my
no
God.
wonder.
Oh.
Now it's no wonder.
Mhm.
Okay,
Dumb as
yeah.
fuck.
Adrian's gonna go back to Joan and be like, God, that was very unneeded for what just happened.
At that point, I guess Woe is gonna go ahead and head for the door.
Mhm. So, Woe and Adrian, you meet each other right at the door.
Joan
Sin,
is there too, right?
Yep.
Sin, you're left alone with Strahd.
Hey Joan, you probably want to go back. In.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna say yeah, but let's
go back inside, baby.
Alright.
Okay.
Joan leaves. She's just gonna kind of look seriously at Adrian and be like, why weren't you inside? What happened?
Oh god, it's a long story. So,
And I have 5 minutes for you to tell, so go ahead.
so you know how I've been looking for who my uncle was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's Rahadin. For
She
one.
kind of looks confused. She's like, he doesn't seem like an uncle.
Yeah,
like-
well, he told me, so
Okay, that aside, I mean, it could be worse. He's awful, but it could be worse.
could be better.
That's true.
Second
Sorry.
thing, don't touch the drinks.
Okay, good. We actually.
I know
just
you
got
weren't
off
planning on doing that, but
Yeah.
I got an actual warning for it also.
Do you know what about it? Is it because it's blood or?
I don't know what specifically. Rahadin didn't tell me what it was. He just told me to not touch it.
Where did he? Where did he go? Is he back inside?
He's back
That's the.
inside.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say because I wouldn't be paying attention to where Roddy's fucking going.
Yes.
Okay, she just sort of nods and she's like, okay, well, I'll save this spiel for after whatever happens, but you know that he's not your family, right?
Yeah, yeah. He he tried to convince me to because I had a higher chance of surviving because I'm related to him that I
He
should have
told you that you'd
just
be better to be away, right?
yep.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. That dragon scale that I have, and she sort of like pats her bag, and she's like, the dragon that I met up there told me to go back to Waterdeep too, so you're not alone in this, but again, you're not alone in this. After whatever happens, you're free to do whatever, go wherever, but for now, we do need you.
I know. And that's why I wasn't planning on running away. Cause, we came here together, might as well end it together no matter how it ends. Um, yeah. And apparently
I know the
he didn't like that.
yeah, I know the concept of family is a lot. Like especially now with myself, I understand. But if anything else, you have a bunch of good friends. You know?
Yes.
Are you planning on going back inside anytime soon? Because we
Yeah,
kind of
I
need you.
was planning on doing that after I talked to Joan, but and then she like turned or they turned their gaze over to where they know Atlas and Emil are hiding the corner. They're like, something distracted me.
She kind of tilts her head and she's like, and then she's like, oh, the squawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sin immediately brought attention to us and asked if we wanted to play any games.
Oh god.
I love them, but sometimes I just whatever. It's fine. Emil, Atlas, do not move. If you can hear me, stay where you are or try and find a better hiding spot. We cannot risk anything at all.
You hear
Don't
a
respond.
you hear a very quiet squawk.
Don't respond. Just please. We can't afford anything right now. Okay? Don't respond. I'm just gonna assume it's a yes. Adrian, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
She's gonna hold out your hand, or her hand to you, and she's gonna smile. And she's gonna be like, "Irina has faith in us. I think it's time that we start having faith in ourselves."
Oh.
I'm so sad. Yeah, Adrian's gonna take her hand.
Cool.
After a couple seconds, Woe and Edrin, you both hear another squawk, and shortly after, you see a black cat rounding the corner and sitting down, looking at you two.
Yeah, we might want to go in now, huh?
Yeah, let's do that.
It
All right.
meows.
Adrian glares at it.
It's just sitting and looking.
Alright, I guess we're gonna go in.
All right.
Yeah, let's go. Well, it's gonna kind of whisper. Do you think this is an omen? Is that what an omen is?
Adrian shrugs.
All right.
Yeah, she's gonna go back inside.
So, as Irina sees you guys come back in, Strahd was hanging around Sin, and in fact, he was saying something such as, "If you really want to, we can play a different game."
Ugh.
Since just no, it's fine. I was just embarrassed and I was flustered and because of woe and I
Okay.
was so good.
So you love her.
Oh no! Oh, I'm dead! Oh, I'm dead! Oh, I'm fucking dead! Oh, I'm fucking dead.
It's just physical contact in general is just I haven't had much of it, so any kind of it is just kind of makes me embarrassed.
Irina, Irina is essentially doing the Jonah Hill gif, like cutting the neck.
That's I think that's their problem. I think they talk just a little bit too much.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
can stop it now, can't we?
Nope.
But after you say that, Sin, Strahd smiles. And
Hey, are me and Will inside to see this?
yes, at this point, yes.
Okay, Adrian's gonna like look over and probably sees like Sin and Strahd hanging very close to Sin. So Adrian's gonna be like, not like loud that attracts the notice of everybody in the room, but like loud enough for Sin to hear, and probably Strahd too, cause he's close. But Adrian's gonna be like, "Hey, Sin, do you want to dance a little bit more?"
Sin tries to make it seem like they're not that eager to get away from Strahd, but they just kind of they look over to Edrian, they just kind of nod, and they smile awkwardly at Strahd, like sorry, God.
All right, Adrian's gonna like
Really fast.
Adrian's gonna like pull Sin away, and they're like gonna not look at Strahd at all. And they're just gonna start dancing with Sin, because that's exactly what they called Sin over for. Might as well go through with it.
Can everyone roll me a perception check?
No.
Oh, no.
I can't
not.
actually.
I
would
think we
prefer
might.
not
I
to.
think we might want to have to end the session here. I think I got something to do in a bit.
Oh no! That's a 21.
All right,
What do
That's
we have
too
to
bad.
roll?
perception.
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 15.
I got a 21 also.
Okay.
Yay!
Ace.
And
Let's see.
that's a 19.
All right, 15, 21, 21, 19. So, damn, Hanny.
You said what? I'm sorry. Did you say damn, Henny? Faggot.
Adrian and Whoa,
We're the only ones that.
you're the only ones that notice.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
You both see the door slightly creak open, and you see the same black
Oh.
cat from before peeking its head
Okay,
in.
that's fine.
Well, it's the black cat, so.
And when it
Can I
sees,
do an Arcana check on this black cat?
yeah,
Like, did I already?
I don't think so.
Alright. Cool.
not
But I'll
this
do
session.
one also.
That's a 15.
Alright.
That's a 12.
Alright. Well, the cat itself does not radiate any specific magic, but it's like there's magic residue on the fur.
Oh, I think. Is it a
On-
familiar?
On the what?
On
On the
its
fur?
fur.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably a familiar. Okay.
So, my guess is the person that was looking for the cat is watching through it right now. Considering there's.
Well, I mean, I'll relay the information first, and then you can make that assumption.
Well, I mean, at least this is me out of character. I don't know what
Oh,
Edrian
yeah.
would think. Me out of character, I think the person who's looking
Gotcha.
for the
That's
cat is looking through it or was looking through it when we were outside. But I don't know.
It meows.
Can I gather that this is a familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna kind of like sweep past the two that are dancing right now and say past the familiar, and just sort of go to Joan and sort of get on a knee, and like be like, is it weird that I would do this on one knee, or would I have to stand up? How does this dancing thing work? I don't understand. I'm not
Oh
trying to
yeah,
be like.
it's so tiny.
Don't patronize me. Just stand up.
I'm not trying to patronize you. I just legitimately don't. And then she like just stands up. She's like, sorry, I just
Just dance. It's good.
just dance. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and while Sin and Adrian are dancing, they're gonna Adrian's gonna tell Sin everything that they figured out from Rahadin. So just don't touch the drinks. Rahadin is their uncle. Rahadin tried to make them run away, and yeah, pretty much just those stuff.
Frowns and kind of looks at them like sympathetically and squeezes their hands probably.
Adrian shrugs and is just like, my family, they're pieces of shit. Not you guys, but my blood family, they're pieces of shit. So honestly, I'm not that surprised.
That's fair enough, I guess.
At this point, the cat walks in, brushes against your guys' legs.
Oh
wait, whose legs?
It goes to everyone's legs, excluding
I don't
Irina.
trust like that.
my god. I love you.
Like whenever whenever Joan does that, I'm gonna kind of like sort of get her up and just sort of like mouth, "That's a familiar," to Joan. If Joan can tell stress levels of the people that she's talking to, Woe's already extremely high stress level has now amped up to about 100 more.
Oh boy.
As you guys are having this talk, it looks like the cat is walking back to the door and sitting down.
That puts the fear of God in
Hold
me.
on. If she's gonna be looking for this cat, and we need a place to possibly make this concoction, and we can get this cat away so we can use her tools to make this concoction, that might be our best bet.
Can you repeat that, please?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I
It was
zoned out.
just no worries. It was just a if we're gonna make this concoction, this is all said under her breath, but I don't want to have to do this again. If we're gonna be doing this concoction, and that is a familiar, and she was looking for her familiar. If she goes away from where she was at, we could possibly use those supplies.
Oh shit.
We
And
could either try and follow this cat back to where the witch is,
let's
or
do.
not now, obviously, but
Mhm.
we would need Strahd. She doesn't say that out loud. She's just like, we would need, and then she mouths Strahd's blood because she's not taking any chances first.
I kind of nod in understanding.
Okay, so I don't know what we're doing now. I don't know. I was told to come back in 5 minutes. I don't know if that was just a parameter or something's happening in 5 minutes, and I want you to be there. General Strahd shit.
You should probably come back too if he gave you 5 minutes.
I mean, I did.
Okay.
I'm here in the. He said I could go out for 5 minutes, and now we're back, so it's fine.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
No, don't worry, you're fine. Okay, so for now we've got at least a little bit of a plan, which is better than what we had a couple seconds ago, which is nothing. Oh, you know about them being outside, Atlas and.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You can just go in a group and start talking. I guess I don't know. I haven't, as far as I remember, I don't remember being to any parties or anything. I don't know what we do. Drug dancing.
We
Talking.
chill and socialize.
No, I think you were told this, but don't drink the. Like sort of like
Yeah.
nods over to the wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The cat meows again.
She's gonna go over and get on a knee and like sort of give the cat some scritches if the cat's okay with it.
As you kneel down, Like, as soon as you get over there and start to kneel down, it walks through the door and sits at the end of the hallway.
Oh, it wants us to follow.
Oh. I kind of look to the rest and sort of like, does Strahd look distracted?
Strahd looks distracted by Irina.
Okay, I'm gonna nod for them all to like come with us.
I think he'd notice if all of us were gone, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's really enraptured in Irina. Right now, I'm not gonna split up this party, so we're gonna go.
Yeah, but is it worth the risk?
I know.
She
like.
nods. It is.
Oh, okay.
Actually, can I get some sort of an intent from this cat?
Roll an insight.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. Man, Mama's on fire today. All right. I've never referred to myself as Mama. That is weird. Let's see. Insight.
Yep.
That's a 24.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
So
Work.
it seems like it's appreciative that you misled the witch. Like, you misdirected the witch.
Ooh, okay, cool.
So it's trying to
Alright.
help.
All right, yeah. No, I'm gonna just nod and say it's worth it.
Still think maybe one of us should be around to keep an eye on Irina, just in case.
Shakes her head. She shakes her head and she's like, Irina can handle herself. I'm not letting anyone be alone. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So as you all follow this cat, you round the corner to see Emil and Atlas. And when Atlas sees the cat again, he kind of jumps. And then just kind of snorts at it. But as you guys are following this path, Emil and Atlas are tailing after, like, okay, well, they're not in the ballroom now. It's not as much of a threat. And you go up several flights of stairs. Like, the cat runs ahead, sits down and waits. Runs ahead, sits down and waits. Until you end up... You come to a room that basically is empty. It's entirely empty. And there is a wooden door right in front of you.
Oh no.
And you hear the cat meow at the wooden door, and on the other side of it, you hear 3 other meows.
Ugh,
Oh my god.
Cats?
babies.
Okay, I'm gonna. If this is bad, I'm gonna kill myself. Gonna open the door. Try and open the wooden door.
Alright, it opens with ease. And the low ceiling of this 20-foot square room presses down on you. Torn and broken couches lie in heaps. Heaps haphazardly strewn about. Deep claw marks cover the hardwood furniture, and the once lush upholstery has been sliced to shreds. From the dark shadows amid the rubble, 3 pairs of green eyes stare back at you, and then look down to the cat.
3 pairs of green eyes. Are these the cat's eyes?
Yeah, you can assume that the meows came from these pairs of eyes.
Okay, she's gonna kind of like look over to the other cat and be like, "Why are we here?"
It's kind of like scrambling over to the other cats, meowing again.
She's just gonna walk towards the other cats and sort of like get on the knee and be like, "Okay."
As you walk towards the 3 cats, they end up hissing at you.
Oh, then I don't.
Can I roll animal handling?
You're gonna
If
pet
you
the
want
cats?
I was about to say, like, Sin, don't you have to speak with animals?
I'm gonna roll it. That's a 20.
Joan, you are queen of the cats right now.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals real quick.
Alright. Joan, you're walking over to the cats. They are rubbing against you. They're purring. They're loving it. And Sin, when you cast speak with animals, like the one cat that's following you, that was leading you, my bad. It sounds like it's pleased to be back with its friends, but it's also like saying, "Have they returned yet?" In which case, the other cats are like, "No, and I don't really care. We have someone else here, so whatever."
Sin's gonna quietly speak up, just go like, is this person someone we should be worried about, or
As soon as Sin starts meowing, Woe's just like, all right.
I guess this is happening now.
Again.
As you meow at them, the cat that was leading you looks back and says, "Oh, they're pretty dangerous, yeah."
Like kill us dangerous, or
Probably.
This is out of
Okay.
character, but question is, who the fuck is it?
You can assume that
The witch?
based on the past, it's the witch that this cat is referring to.
Oh gee. Oh Jesus.
Okay, can we avoid this person? What can I ask why you let us here, or
Hey, Sin. Sin, while you're doing this meowing thing, can you? I mean, I assume they can probably understand what I'm saying too, but can you relay? We need to know where the witch is, like where her hideaway is, because we need to use some of her stuff.
Oh, that's easy.
is it?
Uh, while the three cats are just like rubbing against Joan and like climbing over her. Like, Joan, you can feel their claws kind of dig into your skin a bit as they're kneading.
Yes.
But
This is the best day of my life.
Everything was worth it for this.
Yep.
But the cat that was leading you trails off into a side room.
And just kind of gestures to everyone, like, follow.
Okay.
All right, so when you
Okay, yeah, sure.
when you enter this next room, it's dimly lit, and there's two glass windows. They don't have curtains over them at the moment, but just two big glass windows. And you can see glass jars and bottles on shelves scattered. But excuse me. The cat continues over to a door and like claws at it.
Alright. I guess we open
Uh,
that.
Alright. So when you enter it, you see green glowing wisps of steam bubble up from a fat black cauldron in the center of this dark, oppressive room.
Tell me.
It looks a little bit messy. There's a couple stools around the cauldron, but there's no one in it. Like in the cauldron or in the room.
Hmm.
You said the cauldron is filled?
It's not filled, but it's bubbling, it looks like.
Ooh.
Adrian's just gonna. They know they won't be able to understand what the cats are gonna say, but they assume Sin will tell them after, and they're just gonna be like, "Did you bring us here because of our plan that we were talking about?"
The runaway plan?
No, the concoction plan where we were planning on coming in here to make the stuff, the vampire cure or whatever.
I'm assuming Sin is like relaying what the cat is saying too.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that, yeah. Whatever that is, I mean, good luck, but best to ya.
As soon as Sin like relays that part, Woe just lays down.
Adrian sighs very loudly.
The cat just jumps up onto a stool and lays down. Its tail is hanging off the edge of it.
That's nice. What was laying face down on the ground, so.
I mean, that's not helpful because we don't have the vampire blood.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we need to get Strahd's blood. We have to fight him in order to do that. We have to get his blood.
Maybe we could look around for things here, while we're here, just things that might
Here's the
help
thing.
us.
We don't even have a complete guarantee that it's gonna work.
Yeah, that's also true.
Why do you guys need a mix?
Oh my god. Hold on. You have claws. Hold on.
Oh my god! How much of his blood do we even need? Do you remember that?
Did it say how much blood we needed?
It just said a couple drops.
It was like a couple drops.
Yep.
Okay, that's perfect. Can you do me a favor? One of the cats, I looked to the cat that let us here. Since we helped you, can you help us?
Oh, my tail's gonna be on the line. What is it?
Can you get a little feisty and get a couple of drops of blood from Strahd? Yes, yeah, I know, the Strahd.
If I die, this is on you, Horn Lady.
Okay, that's fine. I can take another death. Don't worry about it. You can go. Please. I'll try and reward you however I can.
Cat is jumping down
You-
and running off.
Adrian's gonna be like, good luck.
Joan, you're still covered in cats. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
the cats like look as they watch their friend run away and just go back to purring and kneading.
Yay.
Jumping back actually, before the cat leaves, can I cast a long strider on it?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
While that's starting, I'm gonna go ahead and start this concoction.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you're
Adrian's probably. I'm interrupting you, so I apologize for that. But I imagine Adrian's probably trying to stay kind of away from the cats, because I imagine the cats probably don't trust like any of the vampires or don't like them. So they're just like, I don't know if they'll like me or not, so I'm just gonna stay away.
like as you're keeping their distance, some of them notice like shoot looks at the rest of you. Almost like a cautionary look.
Most-
Like this is
still,
my gnome
like-
now.
Oh. Oh, she was never ours in the first place, so don't worry about it. She
Yeah.
doesn't say it, but she thinks it.
Yeah.
And as you're throwing these ingredients into the cauldron, you're throwing the feather in, you're throwing the scale in, as well as the silk and then the skull, which still has residue of Arabelle's blood on it.
Aww.
It all just sinks and dissolves into this mess.
I have a question. Actually, you know what?
What's up?
Before I put the things in, I want to check the cauldron. Does it look like it's just water that's boiling, or does it look like there's something in it?
It looks like there's something in it at the moment.
Okay, then I'm gonna exit. Like, if there's another cauldron, then I'm gonna get that cauldron, or I'm gonna try and get whatever is inside of it out first.
Alright, there is no other cauldron, so you're gonna try to get it out?
Yeah.
I don't trust like that.
Is
So,
there a window nearby?
there is a window in the other room. There
Okay,
are two big windows.
I'm gonna go to the other room and empty the contents out. Actually, first I'm gonna look around, see if there's anyone there looking.
So, yeah. You look out the window, there's no one there, but it is a steep drop to the ground.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna pour it out.
Oh god.
Pour one out for boys.
Pour one out for the cat that's gonna get some of the blood of Strahd.
So you pour out a lot of this cauldron to the point where inside of it, these green glowing wisps have dulled to more of a gray color. So you can assume the ingredients that were in it before are now out.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go back, put it back on the thing, do the thing.
Alright, now you're throwing stuff in.
Now I'm throwing stuff in. I want to make sure, like, that everything is out, that there's no more R's, and there's no possible way this could go wrong.
Alright, yeah. Everything is out of it, so you're throwing everything in.
Okay.
All of it is.
I wanna reiterate that I'm making sure nothing goes wrong with this.
Everything just dissolves into this gray, steamy liquid. And it gets to the point where the liquid ends up turning into a rust color. With
Okay.
the wisps turning a rust color, whereas it was green before, turned gray.
Jeez.
Okay, we just gotta wait for that blood.
At this point, yep.
And after a couple minutes, this cat is rushing back in, and it's going so fast that it ends up hitting the wall. But once regaining itself, and once Atlas just kind of picks it up by the scruff, helps fix it, it jumps back onto the stool, and you can see there's some blood on both of its claws.
Work, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
You might want to make it quick.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Is
Well,
there-
as in the Sin relays that, she just like goes and like gets the blood and puts it in the concoction and like, are there any? I assume there's like vials there, right?
The jars, bottles, vials are in the room next to you.
Okay. Then I'm gonna get those.
Is
Alright.
there a
And
lock
I'm gonna
on
get-
the door? Like on the door to the second room that's attached to this room?
You can go check.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check.
Alright. So,
Ooh! Oh! I have such a good idea. Sorry.
as you go check, you can see mist start to pour through the first room.
Is there a lock on the second door?
And as you get to the second door, you can see a glowing pair of red eyes in the mist. And as you close,
Oh, fuck.
Okay,
Is
so since
there
we don't
a
have
lock?
time to go to the second room, I'm gonna go ahead and just like on the floor empty out my water skin and put as much of the shit into my water skin as possible.
as you close the door, you can see there is no lock on it.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh.
Is Joan still in the first room with the cats?
I believe Joan followed you and just
Okay.
carried the cats with her.
Okay. Should I stay in here and talk to Strahd and try to hold him off, or should I do something else?
There are no other things for me to hold. Like, okay, first of all, which room am I in? I'm in the one with
I think
the
you're the
cauldron.
Cauldron.
room. Yeah.
You're the furthest
Okay.
away from Strahd.
I'm the furthest away from Strahd. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be risky.
Are you gonna jump out the
Ooh.
window?
No. I'm going to look. Who's in the room with me right now?
So, I believe Sin and Joan are with you. And then Edrian is in the room
First
next to
room.
you.
Sin,
Because they were
Joan,
checking on the lock.
keep Edrian safe. I'm going to go back to the astral plane, go back to where the dinner place is, fill every single glass with this wine, and we'll see how
Oh my
it
god.
goes.
Oh!
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god.
We love a smart queen.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So we
And
just kind of.
she's gonna go right back to the astral plane as soon as she says that. Like, no time to waste.
All right.
Oh, this is so good because I think at least Adrian, because the relation to Rahadin, they can kind of hold Strahd back at least
Mm-hmm.
on their own, and then Joan is best, like has the best relation to him. Sin, but since Adrian and Joan are there, it might not be that big of a deal. Oh god, guys, I'm going to die.
All right. So, well, you return to the astral plane. There's some pawns around you, leading to different
Doesn't
places.
matter. I'm going straight to the pond and going to the place where the first of all, the dinner party are like everyone's with Strahd now, right? I'd assume.
Not everyone. There's still people at the dinner party.
Okay, I'm gonna go outside, like right outside the door. I'm not even gonna say hi to God. I forget your name. I'm too stressed right now. I might like wave and be like, can't talk, no time, and like run
Are
as
you
fast
talking
as I
about
can.
Rahadin or Irina?
No, the dragon. I'm gonna
Shea.
like to the dragon.
Oh
Like,
Shea.
yeah, Shea.
mo-
I was
like
like,
just sort of like Shea. Yeah, she like waves her hands like can't talk, no time, running as fast as she fucking can, going right outside the door, like all of that. She's wet. She doesn't give a fuck.
So you're running and running across like these plains, and Shea just picks you up, puts you in front of a pond, and changes the pond for you.
God, I love you.
She sort of sighs. She's like, thank you. Okay, I'm going. She's gonna go right outside.
Alright. So you drop down right outside the door, soaking wet. So you're gonna head in and spike the drinks?
Vampires familiar. Like whenever I saw them, were there any of them familiar?
You could notice Escher in the crowd.
God damn it! I fucking hope you wouldn't say that.
I think the
Fuck,
only
okay.
other one is like Rahadin, and that's like
But
it.
is Rahadin still there, or is he with Strahd?
Rahadin is still there.
Fuck. Okay. Well,
And
whatever.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
if
gonna.
anything, he's really the most trustworthy one because he was the one that warned Adrian. Because if he didn't care,
No,
he
no, no,
would
no,
have.
no. He's the most trustworthy to Adrian. He literally
Well-
said, "I don't give a fuck about these people." So, yeah, but what Ro is gonna start with like his glass first, and just like sort of like sneak around whenever people aren't looking and stuff. And I know you're gonna have me draw or do stealth, and I'm really
Yes,
not
I
excited.
am. Roll
I'm
stealth.
trying.
Good luck.
Ooh. Can I? Is there any possible way I could get this advantage or no?
If no. No.
Oh, good luck.
Alright, let's see what this mod is.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's a 19.
Okay. And
Please,
let me check.
I'm scared.
please. Oh,
Alright.
please, God.
So I will say, you don't need to spike Rahadin's drink, since he's not a
Mhm.
vampire. But Escher does
not, yeah.
notice.
Escher, what? Oh no, I'm
Escher-
not gonna fuck with Escher's drink. I ain't fucking
No,
with
no,
him.
no. He notices you spiking drinks.
Fuck
Oh,
me.
no.
Fuck. I got a 19.
Yep,
Did you get like a 20?
got a 21.
Oh.
Why can't you let this one pass?
So he pulls you aside, Woe, and
Oh,
he says, "What are you doing?"
what does it look like I'm doing?
It looks like you're trying to drug people. At least ask them first.
She sort of like looks back and like kind of blinks for a second, and she's like, Esther, it's not consent. Okay, whatever. Yeah, fine. We'll talk about that later. Or not actually. I'd prefer not to. You got me. It was a little dull here. There was a lot of dancing and
little.
talking, but like nothing. You can understand this, I'm sure. I like a good party.
You
It's the
you
it's the
don't seem like
chaotic tiefling part of me. I try and hide it away from a lot of people, but it's just so
Hello.
Oh my god.
fucking boring, you know?
but you don't seem like the party type.
And she sort of like raises
That's
her arms.
just
and
because
goes,
I don't go to parties.
Oh, trust me. I am. It's nothing. It's nothing compared to this. This is much more, I guess, formal. But at this point, have I spiked all of the drinks?
Most of them. Because Escher was just kind of watching, like, what the fuck?
I made sure to get to Strahd's at one point. I want to say that.
Okay.
You never know, just in case if someone else. But yeah, she's just gonna sort of like, okay. I mean, sure, I don't look like the partying type, but to be fair, it's been a while since I've been to a party anyway. So, listen, if you want me to stop, I'll stop. I just wanted a little bit of fun for once.
I would rather you just ask people instead of dropping it into their drinks.
Okay, I mean, I can do that.
I love imagining Woe saying that and Escher being like, "Oh, okay,"
Oh,
and then
yeah,
she just
no,
goes right back to spiking.
Woe is fucking screaming inside right now. Make no mistake, she is fucking going insane.
Yeah, I can imagine.
When she agrees, Escher nods and says, "It's all you need to do. I'll leave you alone."
Actually, I have a question for you.
Yes?
What's your deal with Edrian?
Oh
Oh.
fuck.
They're very attractive. And the master hasn't bothered with me for centuries now.
Okay, yeah, no, let's
So
let's
whiny.
okay, yeah.
I hate him.
He's a bottom.
She's
It's true, and you should say it.
oh, I'm losing my mind. She like sort of puts her hands on. She's like, okay, spare me the details. Don't need to know the details. You just came on very strong, is all.
I always do.
Yeah, see, but first of all, you said the master hasn't bothered for centuries, and then you said you always do. So like,
No. With the new
how
adventurers,
long
there's
has it
always
been?
one.
She's like definitely trying to like distract him or something.
Like, distract him and just drop some in someone else's drink.
No, that's exactly what she's gonna try and do, though.
Roll a stealth.
My God.
Please roll.
I'll roll
good,
perception
please.
at disadvantage.
Okay, not bad. 18.
Yeah,
Not
no,
bad.
you're doing great. He doesn't notice.
Yes.
Oh,
I would
Does he
imagine
really?
too, because
No, I have a question. Does he really not notice, or are you saying he doesn't notice?
No, he really does not notice.
Okay.
He's just rambling on about his, I guess, undead life
life?
story.
His sex life.
His sex
Wait,
life, how sad it
think
is.
Well, like to add some flavor. Eventually, she just goes, "Oh, wow. Well, that sounds rough." Yeah, but like,
Oh my god.
Oh my
I'm so glad Adrian isn't here to hear this, because I think they would have died instantly the moment they heard that.
Speaking of dying instantly,
Oh, no!
oh, that's a bad segue.
so, Edrian,
Yeah.
you are in the second room and the door is now closed and you hear a loud bang on the wooden door.
I'm just gonna sit against the door and not respond.
Alright, so, pardon me, I'm stretching.
oh, I thought you said stressing. I was about to be pitch same.
You
Yeah,
see the mist begin to seep under the door through the crack.
Oh shit. I'm in the same room as Joan and Sin, right? Or am I in the first room?
Joan and Sin are around the cauldron still with the cat familiar.
Oh god. Is there any place we can hide in here?
No,
Like no, like cupboards? No.
you could try to
Nothing?
hide under one of the desks, but
No, that's. Oh god. Adrian's gonna be like, hide the cat. At least.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're coming in for the cat, and if they see us in here with the cat, we're fucked.
so
Joan voice. Okay, I'll hide the cat. Joan shoves the cat under her.
under her dress.
I mean, I can do it.
So after a couple seconds, all the mist pours through from under the door and basically spirals up in front of you, Edrian. And as the mist just kind of seeps away, Strahd is there.
Hey, Strahd. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
So the cat was helping you. And he is picking you up by the front of your shirt, Edrian.
Oh god. Okay.
And
Adrian.
Sin and Joan, you can hear Strahd's voice in the other room.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
Edrian, you can see Strahd's eyes are back to this glowing red color, the same as they were when Woe had brought up Tatiana flung herself off the roof.
Oh god. Okay. Adrian's probably accepted their fate at this point, but
Alright? And let's see. Let me just check something really quick.
Okay.
hey, at least at least Adrian can put the blame all on themselves and have a higher chance of being okay compared to the other two.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That
So
is the
like
goal.
they could like we could like talk
Alright.
like Strahd like, hey, I'm important to like two of your people, so
Yeah, I'm related.
Alright. So his eyes narrow, and around the hand that's holding the front of your shirt, this black like smoke mist sort of thing
Does it
forms
look
around
like
his
the
hand.
blight?
It looks like
that
the
he-
blight.
Okay.
Huh?
Adrian's gonna be like, you're gonna do that, huh?
Oh god.
Adrian.
I'm going to make you pay.
Ah, fuck.
And with that, he is going to cast the blight on you.
Okay. Where is he casting it?
Make a con saving throw.
Oh god. Describe it to me.
Essentially, since he's got the front of your shirt,
So like my face, probably, right?
like right at the bottom of your neck, going up your head kind of thing.
Okay, so neck area, pretty much.
Yeah. And you're only
Okay.
taking half damage. That's good, but I need more d8. It's alright.
Adrian's just gonna have a cool scar now.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Sometimes a vampire overlord just blights you right in the neck.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna get some cool scars here in Barovia.
Yay!
So 10, 18. So you are taking. I need a calculator to have this.
Oh god, okay. Oh.
you are taking 16 points of damage.
That's not
Oh,
so
it's not
bad.
bad.
No, it's not.
Oh, whoops. That's, I think that's 40. 'Cause
Alright.
56. Okay.
So you feel this sudden wave of... There's no other way to put it other than this feeling of death creep
God.
up your neck and under your chin as that skin just seems to die.
Oh.
Mm.
I'm basically just gonna become Tuppy. Okay, yeah. Adrian's like, they're in pain, obviously, but they're gonna, like, try not to, like, react too bad, you know? To, like, not give him the satisfaction of hurting them. But they're obviously hurting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're trying not to show that they are, but they obviously are.
Oof.
Alright. And he gives you this crooked smile and says, "Don't worry. I won't kill you. Not until you watch your friends die first."
Yeah, this is what I get for being related to Rahadin, huh?
In a way, yes. But that's not something you could control.
Yeah, I get it. Don't worry, I get it.
He should have been more careful with who he slept with.
Oh!
Eek. Yoink.
Edge's gonna be like, right, yeah, okay.
And with that, he is going to drop you and make his way to the cauldron room.
Oh no!
Oh.
And that's where we're gonna stop for today.
Oh, no. Thank you guys so much for listening to Cursed Crit. All of our social media information is on the screen presently as everyone is screaming in distress.
What?
We have been the Cursed Crit crew with your lovely DM, Syra, and
Lovely.
Toki, and Joa, as well as Maddie.
I wanna
I'm
die.
Alex. Please follow all of the links on there if you want to keep up with us on our outside events, and come see us next week for what might be the last Curse of Strahd session. We'll
Can't
see.
believe Jonas and Adrian are gonna fucking die.
Bye.
Bye!